So I think we're gonna head down to find this traffic jam. Oh, I can move around with the WASD? Oh, that's cool. I like that more, actually. I never even tried. Neato. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to complete because of checks. You know what I should do? Since we're here, let's take a shot at this body again, because I've got the volumetric shit compressor thing, right? Also,
there are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Right, visual calculus. We're not able to do that yet. Okay.
There he still is, looking right
Holy
through
shit!
you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Guys.
Emitting it is all it does now.
I compressed the fuck out of my shit. I didn't think I would get I was gonna get +6 from that. Let's go.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Yes. Legendary success.
The spell has no effect. You stand eye to eye with it, the odor washing through you.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Who let that happen? Step
The
closer.
man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used
those are
to fasten him
tattoos.
to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Okay, I guess we'll just start from the top, inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
What? Is this like for some kind of industrial use, or is it like an armor?
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Huh.
These are clearly not boots. They're
Okay.
armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
This notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Isn't that sabatons? Is that where the word sabotage comes from? Sabots or something? Like workers like threw their, maybe it's a different thing. They threw like their shoes into the machinery and those were sabots or something. I don't know. What kind of armor? Maybe I'm just talking shit. Am I becoming my fucking character? What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Like, maybe there's a gigantic company out there worth $20 billion quadrillion that could have afforded this armor? How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Ka-ching, baby! Nod to the boots.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
I wasn't sure exactly what we meant by that. He tilts his head.
What was that about the constabulatory before? You need to push some buttons if you want to recruit the lieutenant.
Okay. No, that's not what I meant. That is what ka-ching means, yes. If this constabulatory is dragging their feet, why not start ourselves before more good men die? Yes.
So they don't get shot in the foot? I think our extremities are fine without a dead man's boots.
Not sure about that.
Oops. Well, no one said it would work. Back to detecting now.
All right. How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
Initial report.
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Yeah.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
It's like pretty advanced for security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days.
Why wouldn't they take the rest of it then?
We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information.
Okay.
Maybe he'll know something.
Oh, nods towards Kuno. Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there's no rest of the armor?
No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to it. They did not just strip him for the putrid rags.
Where are the clothes? Have you seen any around? What if they told him to strip before they hung him? To demean him? Now we're talking!
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Alright, Kim's in the know.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Pull the boot. Let's pull it off.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Grab the boot under your arm.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
This is a real dumb idea.
Stop!
Lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why?
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
These boots would go super well with my bell-bottom pants. It's advanced enemy technology. We should conduct research into their weaknesses. Are we not detectives? There may be clues inside the boot. He said they're expensive. I thought I could pawn them, earn some lucre. It's that constabulatory thing I said before with the dead guys. I want to protect them. I'm sorry, I didn't even want to take them off. I just thought I should try. I like... This is us. This is advanced enemy technology. We should conduct research into their weaknesses. This is exactly what my character would say.
This is not the enemy. This is the deceased, the victim, in a murder investigation.
Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry.
That doesn't mean anything, detective. Besides,
Lieutenant taps on the boot.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Oh, that's not a pretty picture.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
So I saw in one of the tooltips that we can get out and like move around without Kim if he's sleeping. Gonna have to take advantage of that. Sounds like a plan. Steal a dead man's boots, but that would be dishonorable. Refuse for honor? They spelled honor correctly. Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
I can't. Oh, yeah. I can crack my fingers. Okay. Got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Knock on it?
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Points to the boots. That's like Black Panther's armor, right? I think.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
You want to know what's cool? I was reading an article the other day. They're able to remove the something from the wood so they can make windows out of wood, like see-through wood. So it has like the same properties of the wood, but it's just like see-through. Isn't that cool? Couldn't you imagine? Wouldn't it be cool if like entire structures were just like see-through where the wood would be? I guess really neat. Like they were able to do it before, but they could cheaply do it now using like some chemicals or something. Okay, what does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
Let's run our fingers over the lines.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice.
I think sabots were wooden shoes though, right? Like I think sabatons are different. Sabatons are like high shoes, high boots or something. I don't know.
The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination.
Oh!
E50, 100, 1000.
Oh shit, guys. This is big. Point to it. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He tips the drying ballpoint of his pen on his tongue. Fuck. But if he knows this, that means when we steal them and sell them, he'll know whatever.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Okay, let's go back to the corpse.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue.
We'll work our way. You know what? Yeah, I think I have a feeling that the designers would have wanted us to go from the top to bottom because look, we're going to look him in the eye last. That's going to be the fucking creepiest part. So let's go with the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Okay.
This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular
Okay.
cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
So it's like the shipping area to our right. Factory stuff. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. So it occurred to me that like before I mentioned in the comment section, I replied to someone, I didn't really know how to react to like all the political stuff because I feel like our character wouldn't understand it because he doesn't even know what money is. He doesn't remember what money is, but it's like a running joke that like our character can't remember simple things like what money is, but like still has incredibly detailed understanding of these like complicated concepts. So that's something that I didn't consider until someone brought that up. So yeah, he like remembers this complicated thing, but can't remember like the concept of like food. Okay.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport, my brain tells me so. Then again, what do I know? I don't even know what an airship is. Let's go with the first one.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around.
Yeah.
I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
So maybe someone from the Union or whatever. This guy was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just putting together what we like. I still have to talk to like the workers and the union and the bosses, but like this guy was probably against them in some way. So we're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The ropes reinforced with steel wiring. How did they even get him up there? Well, they might have, I guess they could have used like some machinery, or one of them climbed up, or I don't know. Let's go dock workers.
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
Yeah, no, they might have forgotten to brief me. My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing. Listen, we're not telling Kim that we forgot everything, okay? I know they might have forgotten to brief me. I kind of wanted to, like, I want an option where, like, we're like, oh yeah, we got briefed, but let's go. Yeah.
Then you should ask me the first moment we get.
Okay. They sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Rises to inspect the noose. How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man.
Yeah.
I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Makes a pulling motion. Like they use it like a pulley. Okay, let's look at the corpse.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Speaking of tattoos, let's check those out.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing.
Oh, wait.
Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
The white star is the commies, right?
His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the night sky? Is this a microelectronic system? Is this a national pattern? What's the most interesting answer? I think the microelectronic system's the most interesting one.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. But it's not quite complex enough, is it?
We're missing something here.
I agree.
Scared the shit out of me. A sudden ring fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. What? Keep your clothes on, Kim.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
Interrogate Sunshine. Mini.
Interrogate is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules. Ampoule and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
Huh.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody moves.
Ampoules.
I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
cool. Non-flammable? LFD standard? Interrogate moment? Huh.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. He slides the camera closed and tucks it away on his belt. What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
We're not likely to lose it. I mean, come on, Kim. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
I want to take a second to point out that every time we've gone back to the hanged man in this dialogue investigation, there's been a different set of text, which is really cool. I appreciate that, because usually in games like this, it would just be like, oh, the guy's hanging and he's got tattoos, and that's it. It's just repeated over and over and over again. I haven't noticed if that's been the same for all of the interactions or just this one, but I appreciate that. Okay, let's look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Similar to our eyes. Except our eyes are maybe like protruding into our head instead of out.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Whoa! I'm really glad we passed this. That's cool. Just barely. Inland Empire. Tell me, who are you, dead man? Guys, I'm so happy with my Inland Empire choice. Do it!
I'm gone.
Oh, shit. I can fucking talk to him? Okay, where have you gone? I don't know how many things I can talk to him. Like, if this is like D&D, you have like 3 questions or something, and then you can't talk to the dead person anymore. Where have you gone? I can see you're gone, but who are you? What is happening? I hate you. You stink and you're boring. Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? I want to know this more than anything else.
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First, you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyway? So you're feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you? Yes.
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Yes?
Captain Copodromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Okay.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
Okay. I could see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Oh, I have another question for you. You really want to ask him more questions after that? That line is fucking freaky.
Go ahead, Kobo.
What is happening? What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your...
Black, frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face. Motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
We got some good options here. I don't have anything else to do. This case is all I have. That's not a bad choice. Because he told me to, nod towards Kim. Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous? Yes. The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly. Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Kobo. It was love all along.
Okay. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
The Pale. Where's that?
In the past. Way out west.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just a Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
Nah, I can't be Harry. I refuse.
Good for you.
We definitely look like a Harry. Okay. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Shit. I don't hate him. I don't think he's... He does stink, but I don't think he's boring. This has been a really interesting conversation. Okay, enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
It says you can come back and look into this face anytime you want. Ask me your little questions, freshen your memory, create associations, remind yourself of your mortality. That was a different dialogue. Huh. Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Observe.
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I'm squinting, Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Squint harder. His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish. We're going to squint harder. Fuck, my head's going to explode or something, right? And I'm going to take damage?
Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax your eyes.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Jesus, man.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. I don't know what to think. What do you think? Something is coming out of him. I think we're going to put on our detective cap here. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Well, this dude's throwing bottles or rocks at him?
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it.
Okay.
Drop by drop.
Okay.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
What? Why is that bleeped out? We got lucky. Maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
He doesn't really want to dwell on it too long. Okay. I don't know what to think. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck.
Points to his fat and chin.
The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Could it still be he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Okay. I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently. His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Okay.
Totally dead.
The world no longer stores his personality in its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago.
That sounds about right, yes.
He nods in agreement with this advanced piece of conceptualization, having mulled it over. The lieutenant says, that sounds about right. I'm glad we went through that. Back off and catch our breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So, big question. How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
He stops to think, then checks his notes. Have another look.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I guess we'll try the... something else you need to know. Horseman.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
I know you guys want me to pick this, but I don't want to say that, you know? Sometimes...
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
The way I play these games is sometimes I will choose something or not choose something based on what I think my character will do. And it might be to... some of you guys might be upset with that, but that's the way it's going to be. I think we're done. Let's get him down from there, I guess?
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Can't someone else do it? We could saw the branch. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. Maybe we could shoot him down. We could ask for help from the harbor. Someone else, maybe?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yeah, that's... I mean, someone who's below detective. Yeah, let's try the police.
Someone already did. You know who came? We did. Because we have made bad life decisions.
Maybe that's my name, Bad Life Decisions. That seems about right.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, The others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
I mean, sawing the branch doesn't seem like a terrible idea, but then we're kind of wrecking the crime scene. I don't have my gun, so I can't shoot him down. Ask for help from the harbor.
I was really hoping we wouldn't.
Yeah.
The Union appear to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Okay, let's consider
But
other
what
options.
other options? The corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a skewer.
Saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way.
Shoot
With less
him.
fol-
Yeah,